Good afternoon and welcome to, and I'm sure you're as glad as me, the last Kerfuffle webinar of the day. How are you, Alex of Estate Apps fame?
Good, thank you, Simon. Good, thank you. How are you?
That's not. Come, you're based in Colombia. You sat there pissing yourself laughing at us in lockdown, and that's the best you can come out with.
I'm sorry. I have to. Ordinarily, I have to apologise for being out here because people get upset when they're sitting in the rain. So I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, there was no way I was going to be sat outside in the rain.
Well, there you go.
Was you mocked me from your? I look at that. You're even sat there with a tremendous, beautiful skyline as well. In terms of,
it is actually fun. I mean, it's a bit cloudy. I'll be honest, but it is baking. So me sitting here in a t-shirt is not on.
Right, well, this was going to be congratulations, but now we're going to put it into.
Yeah, hang up. Bye.
Matey, well, great to have you on anyway. We're just going to spend about 10 minutes just talking about, this is part of my Ring Around series where we're just talking about congratulating those people that were recognised for ideas and innovation at EA Masters. You came up with a particularly one close to my own heart this year. You're also in the top 10 for it in terms of marketing, particularly a heavily contested part of the awards. So do you want to just give people an overview of what it was you created?
Yes, I mean, to be fair, it's incredibly simple. I mean, it's not going to take long. 10 minutes is actually probably a little bit longer than I need.
I'll be that.
It's not a challenge. Okay, so basically the application was, we called it imaginatively titled Poster Review. Quite simply, I know, it's genius, I know. Yeah, quite simply, you get 5 stars on a page. Obviously, I should start by saying the page is completely branded to the agent. Generally, it'll be review.yourdomainname.co.uk. Obviously, you'd have your logo on there. The black background image would be different and so on. So obviously, be completely branded. The point of this is you get one URL. You get 5 stars on the page. You select 1, 2, or 3 star. You're taken to a form. That form says, oh, so what's your name, your email, your phone, and the feedback. Obviously, it's negative. The interesting point here, though, is it doesn't go live. It doesn't go public. It goes to an email address. So normally that's the directors. That's the first thing. So what that does is gives the agency a bit of confidence going out there and saying, guys, please review us. Here's a link, without it getting absolutely trounced upon. And Simon Wales disappeared. So I don't know why that is. Clearly he stepped outside. Are you here? No, he's gone. My goodness. This is terrible, Simon. This is terrible.
Let's try that. You're silent.
Did you step outside? Oh, he's gone again.
You're gonna have to say all of that.
What?
Right. Okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to do my second demonstration of the day and take you through it. We've actually got it here, haven't we?
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Okay. Let's show you here. Okay. So basically, you build a page like this for them, don't you?
Yes. So again, completely branded. You can't see the domain name here, but it'll be review.companyname.co.uk.
Yep. Couldn't be any.
No, it could not.
And if you did 1, 2, or 3,
you click 1, 2, 3. Go on, you can do it now. So yeah. So quite simply, you see a form, name, email, phone, feedback. You hit submit, and your demonstration is terrible.
What was your demonstration? Oh God! Okay.
I mean, I thought you were going to do it, but okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, point is, you hit submit. That goes to your inbox, your email inbox. It does not go public. The good thing about that, obviously, me being a business owner myself, is quite simply, you get a very rare opportunity to pick up the phone and try. Obviously, it's not always going to work, but try and change that negative into a positive. Without it going public, right? Key point. What that I've noticed that does is quite simply, and this is the bit that I'm most proud of, to be honest, is it gives businesses confidence to actually ask for the review in the first place, because I've spoken to tons of business owners and they don't ask for reviews.
No, what do you think that is? Is that a British phenomenon or just?
To be fair, I think. I mean, I don't want to say that. I suppose you're right. I suppose it is. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I used to be the same, to be honest, because I was never sure of what that feedback was going to be. I knew I did a good job, but as you well know, people's moods change day to day. You know, so you could hit them on a certain day where actually it's just not going to be good. I don't know, but I put it down to confidence, quite simply. They're just not overly confident that they're going to get the review that they want. Anyway.
But Alex, you've built into this, haven't you, with that 1 to 3 kind of clever logic that you obviously it's not an overly positive thing, but you're still dealing with it. But only on 4 or 5s does it get automatically obviously put through onto where you want it. So shall I take you through the positive experience one now?
Oh, are you going to do the demo now? Are you?
Yeah. Right, there we are. So I've got Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Esther's, and a lovely little site called Kerfuffle there at the bottom. So come on, talk me through this.
So quite simply, obviously this is 4 or 5. So obviously this is going to be a positive review now. So here's where you, the business owner, would then have all the platforms that you want to accept the review on. Generally, your top 2 should be Google and Facebook, obviously. Google massively, I mean, I don't need to tell you, but massively important for, well, SEO. But more importantly, people actually search on Google. So 3-bed detached house in Croydon, for example, where I'm from, not Columbia. I'm going to be compared directly to all the other agents in that area, aren't I? To the top 3, certainly. So the more stars I've got, the better it looks. Moving on from that, obviously Facebook is important. Facebook is important. Often people forget this, but Facebook's useful because people don't search on Facebook, but they get referred, they get introduced. And that's incredibly important. Again, for business owners, that's incredibly important. So having those as top 2 is a de facto standard. Others are obviously up to so you can have all agents is a popular one. You can do view agents is obviously a new one we've been talking about recently. We've got obviously FIFO, Trustpilot, Esther's is in there, and of course, if you're a supplier, the wonderful Kerfuffle.
So that's really important though, Alex, isn't it? So literally you can bespoke that down to depending on what your brand management choices are in terms of site, which one the priority is. So do you get to choose the positioning of all these as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can move them around as much as you want. I mean, I'm not. I put them in that way because obviously this is my version. But and also I should point out I put LinkedIn there mainly because I'm incredibly vain. Not quite as bad as you, but LinkedIn you can't, as I'm sure you know, you can't review businesses on LinkedIn. You review individuals, and I put that on there purely to get more reviews for me. But yeah. Anyway, the point, the simple point here, and this is the bit that I was actually quite surprised at myself, is what I used to do, and I'll just quickly tell you a bit of a background. What I used to do is send a client an email saying, "Guys, please review us. Here's 4 links." Obviously, back then I wasn't a member of Kerfuffle, so that was the full thing. Anyway, I would always get one person review me on one platform, always. The problem was, and what I really wanted was one person to review me on multiple, so 2, 3, 4. You know,
that's isn't it?
Yeah, I want to look good everywhere. You know, again, I'm quite vain. In that, but anyway, since introducing this particular application into my business, obviously, again, you're looking at my version, or you were. I've seen a 65% increase in one person reviewing me on 2, 3, 4, even 5 platforms.
That's nuts.
That is honestly gold for me. Gold dust, absolute gold dust.
No, and obviously practice what you preach. I'll put my hands up. We've just adopted it as well, haven't we? We're really excited about it. And you got people like the fantastic Agent OS as well. Getting and what you are talking about is by making this process incredibly easy. If they're in the mood for giving that review, they are, as you said, much more likely to do it on multiple platforms, which is the absolute thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, that to me, that's gold dust. Again, I'm not going to knock one review, obviously, but I generally want to look good everywhere because people, my next potential customer, could find me on any of those platforms. You know,
Yeah. And
and obviously that's the benefit.
what people forget as well in our world, as well in the B2B world, isn't it? You know, actually, whilst, you know, hundreds of reviews might be typical in the B2C world, certainly with agents, in B2B, the numbers come down dramatically because, of course, we have access to 60 million. So having 60 or 70 reviews, as you were talking about there, is massive in terms of numbers, isn't it, in a B2B?
No, of course. No, of course, no, of course, no, of course. Yeah, so the other thing I should also say is if you've got more, because basically the way, obviously you saw the 4 to 5 star screen, yeah?
Yeah.
That works really well up to a certain point. What you don't want is the user to be presented with like 100 icons because you've got 10 branches, for example. Obviously, if you've got 10 branches, some agents have, obviously you would generally have one Google profile per office because obviously it's based on location. But some agencies actually go and have individual all agents accounts, individual Facebook accounts as well. I don't recommend it, but generally that can happen. So what we do there is in that particular circumstance, after I think the limit is, I think it's about 6 or 7, I think. But generally it then automatically switches. So basically it becomes a menu. Oh, so what office are you reviewing? And you can select the office and then it shows you all the platforms associated with that office.
Really nice. Really
so
nice.
again, nice and simple. I just can't simplify it anymore.
Perfect. Okay, so how many hundreds of pounds a month are we paying for this? Because obviously there's nothing more important than reviews and peer endorsements. So does it start at £200, £300, £400?
You know what? I could do the 20-year-old model and charge per branch. No, no. What we do is we do a 90-day free trial, and then it's a whopping £15 per month, excluding VAT.
How much? That can't be right. That can't be right. It's too cheap.
No, to be honest, no, seriously. I mean, I've had that before, but amazingly, some agents have told me that's too much. But I know. But we did that on purpose, mate. To be honest, because it was so powerful for us generally, and actually, it was a website platform. We specialize in website design, as you know, not app development. I mean, actually, we are good at app development, but nonetheless. But it was part of our website platform. It proved so popular with our own website clients. That's when we decided to actually offer it to anyone. But we priced it at a particularly a low cost, simply because I actually really wanted businesses to engage with it and actually use it. And actually, because at the end of the day, the higher I made it, the less people would have it, and therefore the less their digital marketing would reflect it. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So I actually just wanted to just get it out there, you know, and actually truly help a business try and improve their digital marketing without spending an absolute fortune doing it.
Well, you know my view on it. It's an app. I say it's one of those not foundations in the Reaper set, but foundational bits of your business. Everybody, if they don't have a solution like this, and I don't know of another solution like this, and certainly not in the price point you've got there, you're absolutely mad. And as if to back up my argument and prove that I am indeed always right, Jesley there of just talking about excellent, simple, and effective systems. That's lovely to hear about it there. So great. So as you were saying there, what did you say? It was a 90-day trial. So
90-day free trial, 90-day free trial. And yeah, I mean, that's not going to change. We're going to keep that. So that's not a time limit offer. That's been there since the start of the year.
Let's pretend that's a Kerfuffle exclusive, even though it's not. But anyway.
Okay, let's do that. Anyway.
Great. Okay. So let's also then just talk about what else have we got in terms of there? There is. Let's have a look. Let's go to your wonderful landing page here. So here we can see your wonderful and posh black banner proving you were obviously featured in the EA Masters top 40 there. 5 stars with an abundance of your own reviews, obviously, off the back of it. And as you can see, clients referred by Kerfuffle will have their first 3 months standard subscription free of charge. And in addition, we'll provide an SEO tech analysis of the website shortly after launch, free of charge, worth £150. You love us, don't you? To be giving this much love to one company it's. I almost want to take the chat private.
Let's not do that. And funnily enough, in the interest of transparency, I've just done you a review as well. as I'm sure you know.
You did, thank you, and that's your way of saying I haven't given you one yet, isn't it? So to speak.
Generally, yes, but as you mentioned earlier, I do actually practice what I preach. If you, bottom line, if you don't ask for a review, you don't get one. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Absolutely
so,
right.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, and that's why I've always done that. The problem now, I do it even more than I did before because I've made it stupidly easy for someone to actually do it.
Well, look, let's take it back to my CRM days. I can see most of the decent systems, certainly my old ones, repeat. You wouldn't have to go through all foundations, but you could build very, very simply into the workflow process there, based on every time somebody has bought or sold a home with you. It could dispatch that URL in a sort of congratulations on your new email there.
Do you know what? It's interesting because I have these conversations regularly. A lot of people say, I do it at the end, at the completion end. Actually, no. Sorry, yes. I mean, that's not a problem. But you're missing at least 3 other opportunities there because you can send them when someone's just signed. Why? Because they're happy. They've just made a decision. They're confident that something's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Blah, blah. You can send one after a successful viewing if you wanted to. You can send one after an offer's been made. Do you see what I mean? There's numerous, again, I'm not trying to tell you a customer journey, but there's numerous points. There's going to be more. And the simple fact is, the more times you ask, the more chance there is of getting one. Just asking for one at the end, on the completion end is to me, personally, is not enough.
You're absolutely right. What it does is it gives you a litmus test over the satisfaction of your whole process, doesn't it?
And also, you know what? This isn't often talked about, but actually, I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you do, because obviously you're the tech guru.
I'll pretend I do.
Yeah. Google, you can actually update your review. So if you've already reviewed someone on Google before, like a year ago, 10 years ago, whenever it was, you can actually go in and update it and add. And obviously, you can change it as much as you want, but you can then generally add update. Date and then put whatever else is happening. So basically, again, you can show that you're an ongoing customer just through that.
I've literally just spec'd that for Kerfuffle, thinking what a brilliant idea that'd be. Damn you, Google.
Annoyingly, actually, I think you know this, but I actually told you guys that this morning. But nonetheless, let's skip over that because I don't want to sound like I'm project developing.
You're not having the IP on that.
No. But no, annoyingly, you can't do it on all the platforms, but Google is the one that generally does that.
That's very important, isn't it? Because one of the things I was proudest about actually previously was when you used to not just getting a one-off hit, wonderful testimonial, but year on year getting different ones. Because your relationship with a business changes, doesn't it?
No, of course it does. Really and that's natural, isn't it? That's natural. And I even when I send out my email template that I do now with my link on it, even if you've done a review for us before, please do one again. Because again, I take part in Esther's every year. Well, Esther's is an annual event. So obviously I need those votes every year, not just once. So again, there's multiple reasons why I do that. In addition, asking people once just off the cuff, to me, is not enough. Normally, even with me, people get busy, especially this year, obviously with everything that's going on. Sometimes I have to ask 4, 5, 6 times. Yeah. But I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I will keep asking because I want that review. I know I've done a good job. I want that review, And at the end of the day, everyone needs that same mentality, I think.
It's almost as if you're saying you're the sort of person who gets the bit between their teeth and won't give up.
Yes. I thought you were going to say something else there, but that's okay.
No, I'll leave that to Jez Lee. So I'm acting as your sort of postal service here, passing in messages. Great to see the Colombian spirit by osmosis. That or his beard is suspiciously white. And Zoe's worried about you as well. Still slumming it in Colombia, Alex Evans. There you are.
Yes. Not slumming it. For God's sake, people, I am not slumming it.
No, we've seen the swimming pool photos. It's disgusting.
To be fair, that was my birthday, so I decided to treat myself.
On your birthday.
No, seriously, the amount of calls I had while I was paddling in the pool was nuts.
Disgusting.
Anyway.
I didn't think one of the side effects of this pandemic was to legitimize you living it up around the world. That's
I
not
didn't,
right.
dude. Yeah, but dude, honestly, I wish I could, but I didn't plan this. Do you know what I mean? I got here on February 24th. Literally the day after that, you lot went into COVID hit. So it's not my fault. You know, I mean, I can't say I planned it. Seriously.
Okay, matey. Well, look, as I said before, if anybody wants to get in contact with him, there's a beautiful big pink button there. I'm interested. Contact me. That goes all the way. We managed to get it even all the way to South America.
By post as well, by post.
That's it, that's cool. Yeah, why aren't you wearing a black armband? Where's your Maradona black armband?
Dude, that's the wrong country.
It's South America. They all
That's Argentina, man. That's dude. That's terrible geography. That's terrible geography. We should scratch that from this. We should scratch that.
Brexit means we don't give a shit about the detail anymore.
Well.
Right, Mr.
To be fair, I actually forgot that was still going on.
Okay, again, disgusting. And as Zoe says, I think my heart bleeds, Simon Wells. So there, you thickened everyone there. You had it in the palm of your hands, a brilliant product.
I know. That's what I do, dude. That's what I do.
Great, mate. Great to hear from you. We think it's a fantastic thing. If you don't use it, and certainly if you don't try it out for 90 days free, you're absolutely mental. I've never been afraid to insult my entire audience. There you go. I'll leave it with you. Have a great day paddling in that pool.
I haven't got a pool near me. It's fine. Anyway, dude, thank you for having me on. And yeah, hopefully we'll speak again soon.
Good. I'll get that review to you.
I won't hold my breath.